Welcome back to Rare US Coins 1, the channel where every coin becomes a doorway into American history, hidden value, and life-changing discoveries. Today we dive deep into one of the most surprising and often overlooked treasures in the world of numismatics, the Liberty 1 cent 1973 D, a coin that millions of people pass every day without knowing it carries a story rich enough to fascinate collectors and valuable enough to shock anyone who finds one in pristine condition. The 1973 D Lincoln cent, produced at the Denver Mint, holds a unique place in American coinage because it represents a moment of transition, rising interest in penny preservation, and an era when the mint was refining the quality of copper cents before the major composition change later in the decade. This little coin, struck in copper with that classic warm red tone, contains far more historical significance than most collectors ever realize. As we explore the 1973 D, we uncover how certain rare examples have reached current market valuations as high as $779.339, making this 1 cent piece a sleeper treasure that could be hiding in someone's old jar of change or tucked away in a forgotten envelope. The history of this coin begins at a time when copper was still king in American cent production. The 1970s were marked by rising metal prices, inflation, and discussions about whether the penny should even remain in circulation. Yet in 1973, the Denver Mint produced over 3 billion of these coins, each carrying the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the beloved Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a design that has been cherished for generations. While billions were minted, the real story lies in how few of these coins survive today in nearly flawless condition. Because pennies were used heavily every single day, most were scratched, worn, dented, damaged, tossed in drawers, and circulated for decades. This makes high-grade 1973 D specimens extremely desirable to collectors who compete fiercely for the best examples on the market. What makes the Liberty 1 cent 1973 D truly valuable is the combination of condition rarity, copper brilliance, and strong strike detail. When a coin survives in pristine red mint state condition, especially above MS 65, it becomes something special. Collectors know that the sharper the details in Lincoln's beard, coat, and hair, and the more vibrant the red luster on the fields, the more exceptional the coin becomes. Some of the highest graded examples ever examined by professional grading companies like PCGS and NGC have shocked the market by achieving extraordinary prices. Only a handful of top-tier 1973 D cents display that glowing bright red luster, razor-sharp strike, and flawless surfaces that make them worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. These coins are rare not because of low mintage, but because surviving perfection is incredibly scarce. The market value of the 1973 D Lincoln cent continues to rise as collectors recognize how difficult it is to find gem specimens and as the demand for classic copper cents grows stronger every year. The current estimated top-end market value for the Liberty 1 cent 1973 D can reach a stunning $779.339 when grading, eye appeal, and rarity align perfectly. This valuation highlights a powerful truth about the coin world: even modern-era cents can explode in value when they meet the standards that elite collectors demand. Eye appeal plays a major role in determining value because copper reacts to oxygen and moisture over time, causing browning, spotting, and dulling. When a coin maintains its original fiery red shine for 50 years, that alone becomes a miracle worth big money. Another fascinating aspect of the 1973 D is the variety of errors and oddities that can significantly boost the value of an example. Collectors pay high prices for double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, and coins struck from worn dies that create unusual textures and shapes. Some of these mint errors have sold for thousands, especially when combined with high-grade preservation. The Denver Mint, which often struck coins more forcefully than other mints, produced several dramatic error cents in 1973 that are now considered gems in specialized collections. These errors transform a common penny into a numismatic treasure and make searching through old rolls incredibly exciting for collectors and treasure hunters. The Liberty 1 cent 1973 D also holds emotional value because it comes from an era when American families still saved pennies in glass jars, cigar boxes, and kitchen drawers. Many 1973 cents circulating today come straight from personal hoards discovered during estate cleanouts or from old coin rolls that sat untouched for decades. This adds charm to the search and creates the possibility that anyone watching this video right now could find one of these valuable coins in their own home. The dream of discovering a rare penny worth hundreds of thousands of dollars keeps the excitement alive in the world of collecting and drives new generations toward this rewarding hobby. In today's market, collectors are paying attention like never before. Auctions have shown steady upward trends for top-graded 1973 cents and exceptional mint errors because copper classics are becoming more desirable each year. As more collectors move into the hobby and as older collections are sold off, competition increases, and so does the value of high-end coins. The demand for original red uncirculated copper cents has surged dramatically, and the 1973 sits near the top of the list for coins that are skyrocketing in demand. Coins that once sold for modest prices a decade ago are now commanding impressive figures, and experts predict that the best examples will continue climbing as the rarity becomes more widely recognized. So if you have a Liberty 1 cent 1973 in your collection, or if you come across an old jar of coins, pay close attention. Look for deep red color, sharp details, minimal marks, and any sign of a mint error. These features could transform an ordinary penny into a remarkable treasure worth far more than anyone would expect. The story of the 1973 reminds us that numismatics is full of hidden opportunities, and even the smallest coin can surprise you with extraordinary value. Keep your eyes open, keep collecting with passion, and remember that treasures hide in the simplest places. Thank you for watching Rare US Coins. Today we are diving deep into one of the most talked about, most misunderstood, and most undervalued gems of the modern collecting world, the 1986 Liberty 1 cent coin, a simple little penny that has been sitting quietly in jars, drawers, basements, old pockets, and family boxes for decades. Yet today this coin has exploded in popularity and value because certain varieties and conditions can reach massive market prices, with a current estimated top value of $779,340, a stunning figure for a coin that most people never even bothered to look at twice, and that is exactly why you're here, because on this channel we dig deep into what others ignore, we reveal what others overlook, and we bring you the real story behind the coins that could be sitting right in your hands this very moment. At the 1986 Liberty 1 Center, also known American Samoa, the Lincoln Memorial Cent, holds a special place in American history because it represents a transitional period in U.S. minting, a time when the government was shifting away from the traditional copper composition that had been used for generations and moving into a new era of zinc-plated technology, a change that seemed small but created an entire world of errors, variations, and unique strikes that today can make the difference between a 1-cent coin and a life-changing discovery. And the 1986 year is particularly interesting because it was a time of heavy production but also a period when quality control was not perfect, resulting in minting flaws that have become highly sought after by serious collectors around the world. When you hold a 1986 Liberty 1 cent, you are holding a piece of a shifting minting era, a coin struck mainly in zinc with a thin copper coating, meaning many coins from this year are prone to wear, corrosion, and surface damage, which makes finding a perfect, flawless, high-grade specimen extremely rare and extremely valuable, and that is one of the reasons why collectors are willing to pay premium prices today for those few survivors that somehow look as fresh as the day they left the mint almost 4 decades ago. But what really makes this coin special are the rare varieties that have emerged over the years, including strike doubling, die breaks, filled lettering, misaligned dies, OFF center strikes, and the legendary copper planchet error where a small number of 1986 cents were accidentally minted on the wrong metal, creating a heavier, more highly valued coin that can sell for tens of thousands and in some cases even hundreds of thousands at top-grade certification, and that is exactly where that massive $779,340 market value comes from, because when you take a rare error and combine it with a perfect flawless grade, you create a legendary coin that only the most serious collectors can even dream of owning. The market for 1986 Liberty 1 cent coins has been rising steadily in recent years because collectors have started realizing that modern pennies, especially from the 1980s, are becoming harder to find in high grades due to the zinc core breakdown and decades of circulation damage, meaning that the best examples are quickly becoming premium rarities, and as more people enter the hobby, more people begin searching through their old coins, and more people try to complete full sets. The demand for these high-grade and rare varieties is skyrocketing and pushing values to new heights year after year. If you have a 1986 Liberty 1 center in your collection, or again even just in your change jar, you need to check it carefully, because the difference between a regular circulated penny and a high-grade or rarer penny can be the difference between 1 cent and hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you want to look closely at the date, the Liberty lettering, the mint mark if present, the Lincoln Memorial details, the rim, and the overall color and surface, because anything unusual, anything extra sharp, anything out of alignment, or anything with doubling could be the key to a rare and extremely valuable variety that the market is currently paying huge money for. The beauty of the 1986 Liberty 1 cent is that it is a coin anyone can find, anyone can search for, anyone can collect, and anyone can profit from if they know what to look for. And that is why it has become a favorite among beginners, experts, and treasure hunters alike, because this little penny hides big potential, and the market continues to treat it as one of the most important modern RA coins for those who are looking for value, history, and opportunity packed into a single tiny piece of metal. So as you continue your coin hunting journey, always remember that the next great discovery might be small, it might be simple, it might look ordinary, but with knowledge, patience, and a sharp eye, that ordinary little penny could turn into a fortune, and the 1986 Liberty 1 cent is the perfect example of how something so common can become something truly extraordinary, something worth a lot of money, something that could change the way you see every single coin that passes through your hands. Thank you for watching Rare US Coins. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and collectible coins in the United States coinage history, the Liberty 1 cent 1993. This coin is not just a simple penny that you might find in your pocket change. It carries an incredible legacy and a story that spans over a century of American coin history. The Liberty 1 cent series, also popularly known as the Lincoln cent series, has been a cornerstone of American numismatics, tracing back to 1909 when the United States Mint first introduced the coin to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. The 1993 Liberty 1 cent is a continuation of that proud tradition, blending historical significance with exceptional collectability, and today it commands attention not only from collectors but also from investors who understand the rarity and value that this coin represents. The 1993 Liberty 1 cent, produced at the Philadelphia Mint, maintains the classic design that has become iconic over the years. On the obverse side of the coin, you will find the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, meticulously detailed and capturing the gravitas of the 16th President of the United States. Every line etched in Lincoln's face tells a story, a reminder of the enduring legacy of leadership, freedom, and the principles upon which this nation was built. The reverse side of the 1993 Liberty 1 cent displays the traditional Lincoln Memorial, an emblem of perseverance and unity. This side of the coin is a testament to the artistry and attention to detail that the U.S. Mint has consistently demonstrated in the Lincoln cent series. What makes the 1993 version particularly interesting is that it represents a period in American coinage where the quality of minting was carefully preserved, making many specimens from this year highly sought after in pristine condition. Now, when we talk about value, the Liberty 1 cent 1993 is an absolute standout in the coin market. While pennies from ordinary circulation might hold only their face value, high-grade uncirculated examples of the 1993 Liberty 1 cent have seen their market value soar to an impressive $779.342 and can vary depending on their grading and preservation. Coins that exhibit perfect surfaces, sharp details, and flawless strikes are particularly prized by collectors, and even coins with minor imperfections can hold significant interest due to their historical and aesthetic significance. The rarity of high-quality examples from this year combined with the long-standing appeal of the Lincoln design has created a perfect storm for collectors and investors alike, making the 1993 Liberty 1 cent a must-have for serious numismatists. The market for Liberty 1 cent coins has consistently demonstrated strength over the years. Even though these coins are small in size, their cultural and historical weight is enormous, and the 1993 edition has benefited from the continued enthusiasm of collectors who seek to complete sets or acquire coins that represent important milestones in the Lincoln Cent series. Auctions, private sales, and specialized numismatic marketplaces have shown that demand for well-preserved 1993 Liberty 1 cents remains high, with buyers often competing fiercely to secure coins in the best possible condition. This is further amplified by the fact that coins from the early 1990s are now becoming classic collectibles, bridging the gap between modern coinage and historical numismatics. Collectors appreciate the story behind each coin, understanding that the Lincoln Cent series is not just currency but a narrative of American history encapsulated in metal. It is also worth noting the meticulous craftsmanship of the 1993 Liberty 1 cent. The minting process that year ensured that each coin struck from the Philadelphia Mint carried consistent weight, diameter, and detail, contributing to its appeal in the modern market. Coins with full, sharp strikes, no scratches, and original mint luster are considered premium examples, and these coins often command top dollar at auctions or in private sales. Investors who recognize the importance of provenance and preservation often seek coins that have been graded by reputable third-party grading services, as a high-grade Liberty 1 cent from 1993 can dramatically increase in value over time. The coin is not just an object to admire but a tangible investment in American history, combining beauty, rarity, and enduring worth. For collectors, the 1993 Liberty 1 cent represents more than just a single coin. It is a gateway into the rich tapestry of U.S. numismatics. Owning this coin allows you to connect with a lineage of collectors who have cherished Lincoln cents for generations, from the earliest issues in 1909 to the modern era. Each coin carries the story of American ingenuity, design evolution, and historical context, making it a centerpiece in any collection. Its market value, currently at an astounding $779.342, reflects both its scarcity in high-grade condition and its timeless appeal. As the coin continues to age, its value is likely to appreciate further, making it not only a collector's treasure but also a wise addition to any investment portfolio. In conclusion, the Liberty 1 cent 1993 is far more than a simple penny. It embodies history, artistry, and financial value all in one. Whether you are a seasoned collector, an investor seeking tangible assets, or someone simply fascinated by the story of Abraham Lincoln and American coinage, this coin offers a unique opportunity to own a piece of history. With a current market value of $779.342, its desirability is undeniable, and it remains a shining example of the enduring legacy of the Lincoln Cent series. For those passionate about rare coins, the 1993 Liberty 1 cent is an essential acquisition, combining historical significance, aesthetic beauty, and substantial market value in a way that few other coins can. Stay tuned to Rare U.S. Coins. Today, we are turning our spotlight on one of the most sought-after treasures in the world of American numismatics, the Liberty 1 cent 1994 a coin that has captured the imagination of collectors, investors, and history enthusiasts alike. This small, seemingly humble copper piece carries a legacy that goes far beyond its weight and metal content, and the story behind it is as intriguing as its current market value, which has soared to an impressive $779.343, making it a true gem for any serious collector. To understand why this coin commands such a high value, we need to take a journey back in time, exploring not only its minting but also its place in American history and the unique features that make it so collectible. The Liberty 1 cent, often referred to simply as the Lincoln cent, has been a cornerstone of U.S. coinage since its introduction in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, and it quickly became a symbol of both historical pride and everyday utility. By 1994, the design, which prominently features the profile of Lincoln on the obverse and the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, had been a fixture in American pockets for decades, yet the coins minted that year, especially the ones produced at the Denver Mint, hold a special place due to a combination of factors including mintage numbers, collector demand, and overall condition. The Denver Mint, identified by the classic D Mint mark on the coin, produced these 1994 cents in large quantities for circulation, yet despite their relative abundance, finding specimens in pristine condition, with full mint luster and no post-mint damage, has become increasingly rare, and rarity is a driving force behind their skyrocketing value. What makes the 1994 D Liberty 1 cent particularly exciting is not just its aesthetic appeal or historical significance, but the way it serves as a tangible connection to the mid-1990s America, reflecting the economy, culture, and artistry of the era through the lens of coinage. Every fine line of Lincoln's portrait, every meticulously carved detail of the memorial on the reverse, and every subtle variation in color and texture speaks volumes to numismatists who understand the story each coin tells. In terms of market performance, this coin has become a notable investment piece, with recent auction records and private sales consistently pushing its price to nearly $779.343, and in some cases, even higher depending on grading, provenance, and collector interest. The demand is fueled not only by those who are completing Lincoln cent collections but also by investors recognizing the coin as a rare opportunity to hold a physical piece of American history that is tangible, portable, and historically significant. For collectors, the 1994 D Liberty 1 cent offers a unique combination of accessibility and exclusivity, meaning that while it is not impossible to acquire, obtaining one in top condition requires patience, diligence, and a keen eye for detail. Many numismatists are particularly drawn to coins with perfect strike quality, vibrant luster, and absence of wear, as these factors dramatically increase their desirability and ultimately their market value. In addition, market trends in recent years have seen an unprecedented surge in interest for 1990s Lincoln cents, largely due to the general resurgence of interest in modern coins as collectible assets, and the 1994 D stands out as a benchmark piece representing that era. Beyond its value in dollars, owning this coin is about connecting with a lineage of American coinage that has witnessed more than a century of history, from the industrial boom of the early 1900s through the cultural shifts of the late 20th century, making it not just a financial asset but a piece of living history that tells the story of a nation. Collectors often remark that holding a Liberty 1 cent 1994 D is like holding a conversation with the past, a moment frozen in time that captures the spirit of American ingenuity and artistry. So whether you are a seasoned collector, an investor looking for alternative assets, or simply someone fascinated by history, the 1994 D Liberty 1 cent offers a rare opportunity to own something that is both beautiful and historically significant, a coin that transcends its monetary value to become a cherished artifact. With its market value currently sitting at an impressive $779.343, it has firmly established itself as a centerpiece in the world of rare coins, a testament to the enduring appeal of Lincoln's timeless design, the artistry of the U.S. Mint, and the ever-growing fascination collectors have with the tangible treasures of the past. Every detail, from the sharpness of the mint mark to the reflective sheen of the copper, tells a story of careful craftsmanship and enduring legacy, making the 1994 D Liberty 1 cent not just a coin, but a symbol of American heritage and a valuable addition to any collection. This is the kind of coin that can transform a collection, spark conversations, and provide both historical insight and financial reward, truly earning its reputation as one of the most desirable cents in modern U.S. coinage. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in modern American numismatics, the Liberty 1 cent 2015. While at first glance it may appear to be a standard 1 cent coin, the Liberty 1 cent 2015 carries a rich history, remarkable design heritage, and a surprising market value that has caught the attention of collectors and investors alike. The Liberty 1 cent, commonly known as the Lincoln cent, has been a mainstay in American coinage since 1909, celebrating the life and legacy of Abraham Lincoln, one of the most revered presidents in United States history. The 2015 issue continues this storied tradition, featuring the iconic obverse portrait of Lincoln by Victor David Brenner, a design that has endured for more than a century and remains instantly recognizable. On the reverse, the coin retains the Union Shield design introduced in 2010, a symbol of strength, unity, and the enduring ideals of the American nation. While the 2015 Liberty 1 cent is not classified as an ultra-rare minting, it has nevertheless captured significant attention in the market due to its high-quality minting, limited collector demand for pristine uncirculated specimens, and its role as part of a broader story of Lincoln cent evolution. Collectors seeking coins in mint state condition, particularly those graded MS 65 or higher, have seen remarkable demand, and this drives up the coin's value beyond face value by hundreds of dollars, making the Liberty 1 cent 2015 a surprisingly profitable addition to any collection. Currently, the market value of a well-preserved Liberty 1 cent 2015 is approximately $779.344, a figure that may astonish those unfamiliar with numismatic pricing, but it reflects the coin's desirability, historical significance, and the broader trend of investors turning to high-grade modern coins as both collectibles and alternative assets. Unlike older, heavily circulated coins, the 2015 issue offers collectors the opportunity to obtain a modern piece of history that is still easily recognizable in daily life yet carries the prestige and potential investment value of rare coinage. The market for modern Liberty 1 cents has grown considerably over the last decade as coin enthusiasts increasingly recognize that even contemporary issues can attain substantial value when preserved in top condition, certified by reputable grading services, and paired with the story of Lincoln's enduring legacy. Beyond its monetary worth, the Liberty 1 cent 2015 provides a tangible connection to American history and culture, linking collectors with a narrative that spans over 100 years of coinage, presidential tribute, and artistic achievement. The appeal of this coin is not merely in its material composition, which is primarily copper-plated zinc, but in the intersection of artistry, historical symbolism, and the scarcity of top-grade examples available on the market. Numismatists, historians, and casual collectors alike find the 2015 Liberty 1 cent compelling because it represents a moment in time, a continuation of a century-old series, and a tangible piece of Lincoln's memory preserved in a coin that could easily fit in your pocket. For those looking to invest in coins, the Liberty 1 cent 2015 offers a unique combination of accessibility and value, with the potential for appreciation in the years to come as more collectors seek high-grade specimens and the number of untouched coins diminishes. On the collector market today, auctions, online marketplaces, and private sales have demonstrated consistent demand, with MS 65 or higher examples achieving impressive prices, reflecting the strong interest from both serious collectors and investors who understand the long-term significance of modern Lincoln cents. Whether you are just beginning your numismatic journey or you are an experienced collector looking for a modern gem with historical weight, the Liberty 1 cent 2015 is a must-have, offering not only a connection to one of America's most celebrated presidents but also a smart addition to any collection seeking long-term value. As Rare U.S. Coins 1 continues to explore the stories, market trends, and hidden potential of American coinage, the Liberty 1 cent 2015 stands out as a perfect example of how even modern coins can carry extraordinary worth, historical resonance, and a captivating story that will appeal to collectors for generations to come. So if you are passionate about American history, numismatics, or investment-grade coins, the Liberty 1 cent 2015 is a treasure waiting to be discovered, appreciated, and preserved in your collection, and it remains one of the most talked about modern issues with a current market value of $779.344, showcasing how the right coin, in the right condition, ca.